Meet Friso,
Welcome!
a Dutch entrepreneur and philanthropist who moved to Thailand at just 18 years old.
Thailand gave me so many things that for me it makes a lot of sense that we also give back.
He lives in Bangkok and is one of the founders of Bangkok Community Help Foundation, a charity that's changed millions of lives.
Places like this, they lag behind. There is no development here. The development happens there in the big city.
In this episode, he shows us the real side of Thailand and the realities that people never see, and what 15 years here has really taught him.
Any day you can walk into the door and say, guys, it's over. You gotta move.
I'm Sam Tyler. I've been living in Thailand now for 7 years, and in this episode, we're going to take a deep dive into life in Thailand.
If they have, a meal and you walk by, they will ask you to come in the house and eat their meal. It's really an eye-opener to come here and see it for themselves.
So Friso, when did you move to Thailand and why Thailand?
I moved to Thailand 15 years ago. And the reason was because my best friend is half Thai. His mother is Thai, his father is Dutch. And when I was 11 years old, they brought me here on holiday. That was the first time when I saw big city, Bangkok. I came from a very small town. I was like, wow, this is it. So at 11, I already knew one day I will live in Thailand.
And what was your first impressions of Thailand back then?
It was just completely different from what I ever saw. I mean, I come from a very small town in the Netherlands. Everything was different. The energy, the smells, the heat, of course, a very big one. And I was just like, wow, what is this place? It's so exciting, so much energy you get. Then I knew, this is it. This is my home. And here we are. So,
even at an early age, when you're 11, 12, 13 years old, you already had it in your mind that you're going to eventually live and settle in Thailand?
No, absolutely, absolutely. Once, I knew what Thailand was and I've been here first, I got obsessed. So I started reading books, I started watching movies, I started getting into, the pop culture, the politics, everything from, so I was really obsessed by Thailand. And I still am in one way, because I still love this place so, so much. I'm so grateful to be here every day. So the Thailand fever, they call it. Well, I mean, you're a victim, I'm a victim.
We're both victims.
Yes.
So what year was it you came and how old were you when you moved to Thailand?
So I came in 2010. And I was 18 years old.
Wow,
yeah.
Pretty young.
Yes, pretty young. So really my whole adult life I've been here. In 3 years time, I'll be 36, meaning half of my life I've been in Thailand.
So how many years is that?
Then it's been 18 years.
Wow.
So 18 years Netherlands, 18 years Thailand. So basically my whole adult life I've been here. So really when people ask me oh, what about Netherlands? You have any experience there? No, to be honest, no. Everything that happened to me in my sort of adulthood, always been in Thailand.
And what do you do for work in Thailand?
So I founded an NGO called Bangkok Community Help Foundation, where we help people in slum communities, we help migrant workers, we help homeless people, basically anybody in Thai society that needs help. That's something that we started 5 years ago during COVID. I also run a marketing agency called Digital Distinct, where we make productions for TV, we do music videos. We recently did a TV series as well, which was very exciting. And I also am opening a yoga and Pilates studio next week.
Okay, so you're a man of many trades.
Yeah, actually many trades, all by force. Meaning that when I left at 18, obviously I didn't really study that much. And I wanted to be in Thailand. So really by force, I had to sort of become an entrepreneur. Because there's no other way in Thailand. If you want to stay, nobody's going to give you a job. Especially if you, if you don't really have any sort of qualification, right?
Yeah.
I had a camera, I had skills. I studied cinematography in high school, basically, right?
Yeah.
So that's what I had. Very fast, I was like, okay, if I want to stay, if I, want to make any sort of money, if I want to survive, I need to do something. So I started making videos for hotels, for restaurants, all before Facebook and Instagram and all those things, right? And at some point, those videos, people love them a lot. And, at some point you get a double booking, like Monday, you got to shoot there and there. So I had to ask a friend, can you shoot there? Then I go shoot there. Suddenly you have another booking and suddenly you have a business. Suddenly there's 3 people working for you, right? One is editing, one is filming. That's how, it started.
And that's where you learn the ropes.
That's where I learned the ropes to entrepreneurship, let's say.
And I've heard that you also founded Dinner in the Sky in Thailand,
yes.
And also a nightlife website.
Correct.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So Bangkok Nightlife was a website where we mapped out the whole nightlife scene of Bangkok. And this was really for me when I arrived in Bangkok. the first time that I really started to understand what the city was. So it was really good to map out the whole city, because for me it was like learning by doing, right? So we mapped out 700 places on a website where people could see, okay, where to eat, where to go, where are the events. And again, this is before Facebook. So at that time, really valuable. Now, not so much anymore.
So
right?
what year was this?
This must have been 2012, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 2012.
So a good 13 years ago.
Yeah, so, you know, really quite a while ago. And then, yeah, Dinner in the Sky is a concept that's all around the world. Remember, we saw it on a YouTube video together with my previous business partner. And we said, okay, if we can bring this to Thailand, it's going to be incredible, right?
I've been to the one in Phuket.
Okay, very
Yeah,
good. Did you enjoy?
I was scared.
Okay, yeah.
But it was a good experience. I'm scared of heights. Maybe someone else would enjoy it more, but I thought it was really fun.
You know, a lot of people are scared in the beginning, then when they go, they really love it, right?
Yeah, you get a good 10-15 minutes and you settle down into it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And great food, great view. So really in Bangkok, it was the first time we ever did it in Thailand. It was huge. I mean, a spectacle, sold out months in advance. So it was really good and really fun, because in the end of the day, you're giving people a fun experience, right? So people going up, very scared, coming down, big smile. That's really what you want to do in life, right? You want to make people smile, you want to make people happy. So Dinner in the Sky was a great way to do that. Yeah, we're in Klong Toei, slum.
Nearly
Be
fell down
careful.
the drain. So what made you start Bangkok Community Help?
First of all, really the love for this country, like I already explained. Really, Thailand gave me so many things, gave me a life that I really wanted, that for me it makes a lot of sense that we also give back. Then COVID happened, of course, as well. And that was really the moment when we said, okay, now we need to start. So we put everything aside, all the business, everything, and said, okay, let's fully focus on helping others. That was also the first time when I arrived in, you know, this area, Klong Toei slum, for example.
So could you explain to everyone where we are right now?
Yeah, we are in the Klong Toei slum, the biggest slum of Thailand. 140,000 people live here, divided over 42 communities. And these are really communities. Slum community is not a nice word to use, right? I rather call it the community of opportunity, because that's really what it is. People here are amazing. The best people you will ever meet in Bangkok, in Thailand, right? But they miss opportunities. They miss for the kids going to school. They miss for the adults, you know, having any sort of education, any sort of job opportunity. For the elderly, they just miss the fact that nobody's taking care of them. So really a place where a lot of help is needed. Yeah. And a place where we devoted ourselves to spend as much time and as much resources and efforts as we can to try and develop this place and the people inside it.
And how do you do that?
We do it through many different projects. So like I said, the most important one is to get the kids educated and get the people to work, right? So we have a scholarship program where we sponsored almost 900 kids into education. We do English classes with the kids. Hello. We do English classes with the kids. We do sports with the kids. For the adults, we do workshops. We try to find them jobs. And for the elderly, we really make an effort to take care of them. There are many different ways to do that. There are many different ways to help. But everything is always about trying to make it sustainable, right? So that's really the ultimate goal. But there are definitely some, very basic things needed. We have a food program which we run 365 days a year, where from 2025 years ago until now, I've handed out over 5 million meals already. And these are groups in society that need this kind of help. Yeah. So this is a lifeline for a lot of people to make sure that they have food to eat, water to drink, right? So these are, very important, projects in my opinion, and very, very needed, unfortunately, in Thailand. I mean, Thailand is interesting. When we arrive in Bangkok, we see, glitzy malls, we see the Porsche driving by. Yeah, for sure. And we just feel like, wow, what an incredible, developed place, which in many ways it is. But I always say, I mean, Thailand is a developing place with a very shiny shell. And the shiny shell sometimes makes people lose the fact that there's actually a lot of people here that are really struggling a lot. Yeah. And those are the people we meet every day. Now, you also have the Thai smile, meaning that a Thai person will never tell you they're struggling. How are you? Sabai di. No? They're always good. It always has to be. So that's the thing that we, as a foundation, try to show also to other people. That's why I'm so happy you are here. because we can show now what is this place about, what do we do, and how do we help people, and who are these people, and why do they need help. So it's really, really important.
Well, yeah, I really love what you're doing. I think
Appreciate
there's
it.
not many people out here doing what you're doing. How about we take a look around and you show me, like, on the ground, what's going on
Yeah.
day to day?
Let's go to the center of dreams.
All right.
Yeah, come on. เราเรียกว่า behind the scene นะ
We got some viewers here.
We arrived at the center of dreams, and this is a really exciting place because the name says it all, right? It's the center of dreams. It's a place where dreams come true, and that's really what we are trying to achieve, right? So this is a place where, of course, a lot of people can get help in these communities, right? In the Klong Toei slum. But it's also the first ever homeless shelter in Bangkok. We've been helping homeless for the past years. We see a very, very alarming situation where more and more people are becoming homeless, especially elderly, because there is no shelter for them. That means that whenever somebody is homeless and needs help, they have nowhere to go. So we sat down with the government in this case and said, okay, we need to do something. We will build a homeless shelter. And
So
that's exactly what we
how many
did.
homeless can it take into the shelter?
So we can take 20 homeless at a time. It's not only that they are sleeping here, they're eating here, they take a shower here, but we also work with them here. So they get mental support, they get workshops, they get training. Because really the idea, we call it a 90-day rehabilitation program, is that after 90 days, a homeless person should be able to go back into society. Meaning they have a clear mind, reconnected with their family, a job, and everything they need to go back. Because in Thailand, it's very easy to become homeless. If you don't have any savings and no family to take care of you, you lose your job. It's 2 weeks later, boom, you're homeless, right? It's that quick. Meaning that if it's so quick and easy to become homeless, in my opinion, it's also very easy and quick to become unhomeless.
Right.
Meaning that, in reverse,
logic,
right? Yeah. So that means we just need to help people get back on track. In the West, when we see homeless, usually it's people that are drug addicted, alcohol addicted, that have really deep, deep problems. A lot of people in Thailand also, but really the biggest and largest group of homeless is people that just lost track on the way, lost their job, maybe had a fight with their family, whatever it may be. Meaning that with our help, with our support, we can get them back on that track. And really our goal is to try and get as many people as possible from homeless being unhomeless. And that's what we're happening here, and it's really pioneering because it's never been done before. It's it's going great. We're touching these grounds that we haven't been to, and actually not a lot of people been to yet. But it's obviously quite shocking that a place like Bangkok, which 16 million people, most visited city in the world, doesn't have a homeless shelter.
Yeah, and I think this is a side of Thailand that people don't really see.
Correct, absolutely.
So it's great to be able to show
That's why it's so good that we're here.
Yeah.
And,
Should we take a look around?
Let's go.
All right.
Because we're working on... Swadikap.
Sadikap.
Swadikap.
Sadikap. So what's going on right now? Do you want to walk us through it?
So, welcome. Yeah, so as you see here, this is our food program in action. We are cooking 200 meals per day for the sick and elderly that are living in these communities, right? But still a lot of elderly and a lot of bedridden people that do not get enough support. They are completely reliant on their family. Their family might not be there, or their family might be working, right? So this is really something we developed here, which is a food program where families can apply to end up in the program. That means they have food to eat every single day of the year. They also get anything else they need, may it be medicine, diapers, milk, whatever.
And this is 7 days a week?
It's 7 days a week, and everybody is welcome to join.
And what time is it?
4 p.m. every day.
Awesome.
Yeah, so you can see it here. Everybody's working. All of these people are volunteers from all around the world. And these are people that come together here to help someone else. And that's really, for me, the pinnacle of what Bangkok Community Help is. It's working together, helping others. You see, all different ages, different nationalities coming together to help someone else. And this is really,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. the most proudest thing for me, the community that we built here.
And all of this food is given to those that are needing help in the community in Klong Toei.
Correct. That's right. Yes.
So that would mostly be like elderly and disabled, things like that.
Disabled, bedridden, people that are handicapped, for example. All of those people that are not able to, sufficiently take care of themselves, not because they don't want to, because they cannot, right? And that's also a distinction. A lot of people think that Klong Toei is full of lazy people, or they don't work, they're just waiting for, foundations to come and help. It's absolutely not true. These are the hardest working people you'll ever meet in Thailand. People here, fighters from day one. You saw the kids walking around me, right? If I show you how they live every day, you'll be shocked. I mean, it's horrible the way they live. They were not going to school a year ago. Now they're going to school. These are things that are happening in our city, Bangkok. Again, when we walk through and we see all the malls and oh my God, so beautiful, there are literally kids behind that mall that are just sleeping in little shacks. No running water, no electricity, right? And we shouldn't close our eyes for those people, right? Because those are the people that really need our support.
So Friso, when did you realize that this wasn't just a short, mission and it's your life mission and goal to do this?
Oh, it's a very good question. So really it was the first day. So the first day when we came into this community during COVID, and we brought 300 meals with us that we cooked ourselves, and we were very ambitious, like let's help. That's when I realized the scale of, first of all, this slum. It's so big, so many people here, right? Then I also realized, okay, this is not a one-day activity. This is going to be a very, very long fight to try and help people survive, COVID in that case, right? So really on that day, I think I understood it as well. I would never imagine that we would be here today talking, in front of our own building. That I would have never imagined. But
and how many meals have you served out so far?
It's been over 5 million now.
5 million, wow,
yeah,
incredible. So 5 million meals. Has there been a moment that's broke you?
In the beginning, it was tough. Because you see so many different people that are really, living in very difficult conditions. During COVID, we even had cases, people like dying, in our arms, literally, where really, for all of us, not only for me, it was really, really tough. Now, it's not that you're used to it, but now it's all about, okay, we have, the spirit and the will to, whenever we see a problem, we go in and fix it. We're very quick always. Somebody's living in, doesn't have electricity. Okay, boom, let's go and get the electricity together, right?
Yeah.
So now it's all about how can we help? Right? We help one person today. Okay, let's help 2 persons tomorrow. We help 5 million people already, right? So really from that very small gesture that day, 300 meals, only a few friends wanting to help out, we came all the way to this moment. So really, if we are here after 5 years, where will we be in another 5 years?
Exactly.
I mean,
exactly.
and the ambitions are huge.
Everyone
really.
right here now is here to help out.
Yeah, everybody is ready to go into the community. So everybody delivers the meals by hand. So this is also a great opportunity for people that never been here to learn what a slum community is, right? Because we are visiting elderly, we are visiting handicapped people in their home. It's really not only about bringing food, but it's also about showing that there are people that care. Every day we show up again, doesn't matter. It's a holiday, it's raining, it's whatever. We are there for them. And really I believe that that's also a big one for a lot of people in these communities to feel like, look, there's this group of people that never give up on me. And I can always ask them if I need help. They will always help me, right? And that's really, that's really beautiful. And I want everybody to experience that. That's why anybody can come, any age, any background, whatever. You're always welcome here to see it with your own eyes, because I can talk about it forever, but I can never give you the feeling that I had that first day, right? Yeah. That inspired me to do all of this, inspired us. That I want to have as many people as possible feel as well. So we can inspire them to do more, to help more, to be kinder to other people, to think about other people as well. That's really the goal here.
Do you think Thailand has handled modernization better than other Asian countries?
Well, I think Thailand is definitely the number one, especially in Southeast Asia, that adapted like the quickest to all the changes that are happening, right? But when things are moving fast, it means there's always people left behind. I keep coming back to the same point, that there are so many people that all the modernization is happening, but they are not, being able to catch up, right? But if people cannot catch up, if they cannot follow along, that means that the gap, is starting to get bigger as well. So I think there can be a lot done better. On the other hand, I also feel that Thailand has the ambition to do better. and there's the will to do better, right? So that's very important, because if you don't have that, you're never gonna get there anyway.
And how do you explain the real Thailand to people back home that don't get it?
The rural Thailand. So in Thai, people say Bangkok is Thailand, but Thailand is not Bangkok. And this is very, very, this makes a lot of sense, because really Bangkok is nothing like what Thailand is, and the rural Thailand is. Might it be south, might it be north, northeast, anywhere, right? So rural Thailand is really where a lot of things haven't caught up yet. So Thailand is, a place originally farming country, right? Farming rice, harvesting fruits, these kind of things. And really what you see in the rural area, that's still the case for people, right? All the infrastructure and everything in terms of, education, in terms of opportunities, is all concentrated here in Bangkok. So that's why you see such an influx from the countryside all the time into Bangkok. So if you talk about, trying to develop Thailand, what we do in Bangkok here is great, but really the most help is definitely needed rural. There's really kids that are growing up in, communities, villages where there is nothing, and where they will never have the chance to get out, right? Yeah, a lot of things are, can be better, but I mean, Thailand is beautiful in its own way, in that way, right?
And Friso, you seem to be helping others constantly. What do you do to recharge?
What do I do to recharge? I really like to do this. That's number one. If I have a day that I'm not out here doing something, I feel really bad. So really, this is my way to, charge and feel good.
Yeah.
But I do love to go on holidays. I do love to have great food. I don't go out anymore. I used to. Yeah, I mean, normal stuff. I mean, having fun with, my girlfriend, with my friends, with my family, playing sports. So really just, I mean, very, very normal things, actually. What do you have? Funny. You're popular, huh?
And what about the challenges of starting a business here in Thailand as a foreigner?
A lot of challenges. I mean, I think that's kind of, that kind of covers it quite well. But in one way, also very, very stimulating to entrepreneurship. If you look at Thailand, everybody's an entrepreneur. Look at the people selling, something on the road. Look at somebody, making fruits and selling it. So the entrepreneurism in Thailand is there. So starting a business as a foreigner is obviously a bit more difficult, but I would never say to people to not do it. Just get informed, make sure you have someone that helps you. Don't try to do it alone, because you're never going to make it, right? So have someone, that can help you with the things like legalities, and then you can do anything you want, basically. I mean, it's not an unfriendly country to do business, right? And with things like, BOI, Board of Investment, they're really trying to push like foreign businesses to thrive here and to do well. So really 15 years ago, these things were much more difficult than now. So in that way, I mean, it has developed quite well. So I would advise anybody, you want to start a business, do it, go for it, right? Because that's the real way to have freedom, and it's the real way to do what you want every day.
And what's your goal in the next 5 to 10 years?
The goal, I mean, with Bangkok Community Help is to help much more people, right? To build more homeless shelters, to build more very sustainable projects for people, to get help to develop themselves, and also for us as a foundation to become sustainable, right? Because we are here for the long-term future. So, the more ideas we have, the more people that come and join us, the more, excitement and energy we get, the more we can do. So really building this huge community of like-minded people that want to help someone else in whatever way they can. And then really, I mean, like I said, in 5 years from the beginning to 5 years here, I can only imagine. I'm so excited about the next 5 years. I don't know what's going to happen, but as long as the ambition is that you want to do a lot of good things, a lot of good things are going to happen, 100%.
So Friso, what do you miss about being back home in the Netherlands?
Well, I miss my family, my friends. That's the most, really, because, I mean, of course, those are people that are very important in everybody's lives, and they are very far away, right? So that's really it. In Netherlands, again, I've been away so long that there's not a lot that excites me about Netherlands so much, other than the people that are in it. So there's definitely a few things like food that I sometimes really crave. But other than that, it's, you know, family and friends. And I try to get my family, my friends over here as much as possible.
Yeah.
And I think that's really something very important to try and do. I mean, get your parents here, get your friends
sure,
here,
yeah.
if you can, right? Not everybody has, you know, the opportunity, but if you have, really it's amazing, because you know this well, right? I mean, if you're back in England, you're spending time with your parents, is nice. But if you're in Thailand, you're spending parents with your, or time with your parents, it's super nice.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome, right? Also for them, so.
I try to get my mum over here once a year.
Yeah.
Maybe even twice.
Love it.
Starting next year.
Yeah.
And she loves it. Like,
Good.
She can't wait to come back.
Good, good, good. This is perfect, really. I mean,
where are we right now?
So now we are in a community called Lock 456, which is one of the 42 communities in the Klong Toei slum again. And here you can see, you know, very well like what a community that this looks like. Basically a big maze. If you walk in here, you can go forever and you'll get lost. Because I mean, you know, if I ask you to walk back now where we went, it's like, okay, where to go, right? And this will go on forever. And this is how people live. So very, you know, varying situations of housing. Some houses, pretty good shape. Some houses, very bad shape. Interesting thing about this community is that it's built on a lake. So basically we are walking on bridges right now. This lake also functions as the sewage. So this community doesn't have a sewage system, meaning anybody flush the toilet, goes to shower, whatever, all the water goes directly into this lake here.
Right, so it's quite dangerous.
Very dangerous. E. coli bacteria is almost 2 million times the safe amount for humans, right? So you can imagine when it floods here, for example, when it's rainy season, the water can be up until here.
Wow.
That means that the houses are full with water and people get super sick, right? The kids that you see walking with me all the time, they swim in the water. When it's rainy season and the water is, they jump in and they swim. They don't get sick. Other people get sick. But that shows you again, Klong Toei people are not normal.
Immune system.
Yes.
They're being built up from this.
That's how strong they are. They know, you know, and they can withstand these kind of things. So this is what a typical community looks like. And these are, you know, like where we're walking past, there's all houses here that are in our food program. So soon our volunteers will come by and they will deliver meals to these different houses, right?
So is it just this community that you're helping out?
No, there's multiple communities that we are helping out, but this is where we are physically, or where we are, you know, every day. Yeah. We also send meals to other communities, and we have other community members deliver them on our behalf.
And so if there's someone watching this and they're thinking, you know, they've heard stories about Klong Toei, it's the largest, most dangerous part of Thailand.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about that to those people?
Well, I mean, stop saying that. That's number one. I mean, I've seen it also, the YouTube videos with, you know, the thumbnails, like, dangerous, don't go. Of course, there's a lot of danger here. You know, we have to admit, there's big drug problems, there are alcohol problems, there's also a lot of violence here. But really, that doesn't mean you cannot come here. If you want to come here in the daytime, you want to walk around, you can. You're not going to get killed, you're not going to die straight away, right? But definitely is a place that, you know, there are dangers, but the stigma is that these places, you know, I mean, never go there, you know, you're not gonna make it out alive. And that's something really also, again, as Bangkok Community Help Foundation, by making videos with you, by bringing all these different people in these communities, together with companies, with international schools, with embassies, bring them here, show them, no, this is not the place you think it is. This is a beautiful place. In my opinion, the most beautiful place in Thailand. Might not look like it, but yes, because the people here.
Yeah, the people are incredible. Right. Like I've only been here half an hour. The amount of people that have come up to me, wanted to talk to me, waved, smiled.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you don't see it in the center of Bangkok, but it feels more warm here, more friendly, more inviting.
It is, and it's genuine. It's genuine, yeah. People do not have a lot to smile about here. I mean, as you can see around, right? And the fact that they can, the fact that they are welcoming, the fact that if they have, you know, a meal and you walk by, they will ask you to come in their house and eat their meal.
Wow.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real, right? So that's why this place is special. And again, that's why we want to bring people here. Foreigners, yes, but especially Thai. Because the Thai stigma about Klong Toei is like, don't go. Lazy, drug addict, killing each other. If we bring Thai people here, usually it's the first time for them as well. And they realize like, oh my God, wait, this place exists too. These are people that are, you know, my brothers and sisters here, right? That are suffering that much. It's really an eye-opener for a lot of people, foreign or Thai, to come here and see it for themselves. Because again, you don't see it on a YouTube video. You cannot even, get it from what we are doing here. You have to come here by yourself. Spend half an hour here. Spend an hour with us here. And you have to feel it. You have to see it. Then you know. So yeah, we're just walking here and grandmother starts talking with us, and this is exactly the best example of what it means to be an elderly person without any family and without being support. So grandmother is living here. She has a huge problem with her intestines, meaning that she has a stoma outside of her body, meaning the feces go in the body. She needs to clean that up by herself. So she needs to take it off, she needs to put a new one, and she also needs to dispose. She told me that many times she's not on time. She's not, it falls or it's open or all these things, right? That means she has to clean it up by herself as well. No income, of course, 600 baht government pension, 20 baht a day.
So after the age of 60, was it 65?
Actually, after, I have to say that correctly, after 60, it starts.
The pension elderly person in Thailand is 600 baht per month.
Per month, yes. Starting at 600 baht, and it goes up with 200 baht every 10 years.
Wow. So, it's just not feasible at all, is it?
No, it's not. Yeah. So when you reach the age of 100, you get 1,000. Well, if you reach the 100 already, you're lucky, but
it's a big
1,000 is not gonna, it's not gonna make it.
So these are daily occurrences that you see.
Daily occurrences, yeah. And I mean, again, this is an example of, this is one story, but there's so many stories around here in these communities, but also other communities in Bangkok, also other places in Thailand. And you see, I mean, she's devastated. She cannot stop crying, right? Crying literally for help, out of despair. I mean, it's really just the feeling when you're old and you're alone. It must be horrible, right? So she's using her bare hands to clean her clothes. So the first thing we're doing now is we're finding a washing machine for her. So she has her own washing machine, right? She needs diapers on a daily basis. She will need these, the bags, or the stoma bag. She is already in the food program, so every day we bring her food. But these are also, more things that, we will and we have to do to make sure that she, has a bit of a more, human life, honestly, because this is almost like inhumane at some point, right? So this is also where we're hosting the...
So what was your first memory of Bangkok as a kid, Friso?
The first ever memory, and I remember it very well because every time at the Suvarnabhumi, right? When you come through the exit of Suvarnabhumi and you enter the outside, let's say, that feeling of that, that heat, Bangkok heat, right?
You.
80% humidity, the smell, I will never forget that. And every time when I walk through that door, I always think about that moment, like, And
takes you back to being an 11-year-old.
It does. And when I have friends or family that never been here before, I always we wait in front and I say, guys, I want you to remember this moment, okay? Pay attention. We walk through and you see, wow, it's like it's hot,
it's literally like walking into a sauna.
Right. And if you never experience that sort of Southeast Asian heat, it's something like you will never forget. So that's really my first memory. So really, the way out of the airport, I was already like.
And how has Bangkok changed since you arrived?
Oh, Bangkok has changed a lot. I mean, it's going so super quick. I remember that there were only 2 BTS lines. The BTS ran from Morshid to Onut, the Sukhumvit line, and you had the Silom line. And that's been like that for years. Now you have all these lines, purple, dark green, whatever lines, right? But that time it was really the end station was Onut. Yeah, I mean, the progression has been incredible, right? I mean, so fast, so many new things are opening, and we had such a good economy here for so long, really before COVID, right? Amazing visitor numbers, economy doing well, exports great. And then COVID sort of just hit everything, the whole world, right? In like a downward trends. And I feel still like Thailand hasn't recovered yet from this moment, and all the turmoil that came after that. So it has changed a lot, Bangkok, right? And it's always exciting because I think for people that visit Bangkok like every year, whenever they come here, it's like something new again.
Oh yeah.
New mall, a new
Everything's
thing, a new
being built.
thing.
A mall, a condo, a market.
Yes. The only thing is that places like this, nothing changes. There's no development.
Which is why you're here.
Right. Well, there's no new roads. There's no new, electricity wiring. There's nothing new, right? So again, places like this, they lag behind. There is no development here. The development happens there in the big city, right? The people here are sort of in the shadow of, you know, those big skyscrapers. So they're watching, like, oh, there they go, right? So.
Could you just explain where we are right now?
Yeah, so we are here again in the Klong Toei slums, you know, on the train track, and this is obviously, you know, very iconic in many ways, because usually slum communities, they form, you know, along train tracks, under bridges, right? And this is no exception. So the train comes by here 3 times a day, bringing in things to the port, because the old harbor of Bangkok is just down this track, right? So 70 years ago, the Port Authority said to all the people that were working in the harbor, if you want to build a house close to the port, you just build your house somewhere here. This used to be a huge swamp, nothing here. That's how the biggest slum in Thailand originated 70 years ago, by those people starting to build their houses, by, you know, starting to build their families, all the way to today, 140,000 people here, 42 communities. So that's really the origin of the Klong Toei slum. And, you know, it's still here and it's still growing as well. More and more people are still moving in here.
Yeah. And what do you think is the future of Klong Toei?
The future of Klong Toei is very difficult, because in the eyes of the government, in the eyes also of the Port Authority, they would love to take this land back. This is prime real estate, this is by the river. So of course, this is of huge value for a lot of people, right? The only problem is, in their mind, where do all these people go? Right? It's very interesting, because nobody owns any land here. All this land is owned by the Port Authority of Thailand. So the port allowed them.
So all these houses are owned not by the people, but by the authority.
Correct. Yeah, correct. So even the building, our building where we just were, is not owned by us. It's standing on land that belongs to the Port Authority of Thailand. Meaning the Port Authority of Thailand any day can walk into the door and say, guys, it's over. You got to move.
And who's in control of the Port Authority?
Actually, the Port Authority is a state enterprise. You know, it's a business, basically, a huge business that, you know, with government, of course. So it's not that the Port Authority is evil. I mean, the Port Authority actually still allows people to stay here, right? But what is the future of Klong Toei, you ask? I mean, well, the end of this place is somewhere. I mean, it can never exist like this forever, right? But really the big question is, okay, where do all these people go here then?
Yeah.
And that's, nobody has been able to crack that question yet, and the solution.
Well, I guess what you're doing is you're stepping in and doing the best that you can do.
Absolutely, yeah. To make people, you know, have a better life, to have a more, you know, sustainable life. And really, if we now go and ask people here, do you want to move? They will say no. I want to stay here. My children are born here. My grandmother lives down the road. This is my home. So it's not our job to try and find places for them to go. It's our job to make their life here more comfortable, more sustainable, and more happy in many ways. And that's really what we are here to do.
And it is really, really incredible to see what you're doing. Like,
appreciate
the scale of it is just massive. Like the amount of people you've helped, the homeless, the elderly, the meals that you've done. Like, I just want to say thank you on behalf of myself and everyone watching. Like, for you,
I want to say thank you, because without everybody's support, I cannot do it.
Don't put it back on.
Yeah, no, but it really is true. I mean,
it's all you.
Okay. Without the support, we cannot do it. So everybody that's ever got involved with Bangkok Community Help Foundation is part of what we are doing here. And it's really, it might sound cheesy, but otherwise we cannot reach where we are now. We cannot touch so many lives. So the more people that help us, the more people that help others, the more success we have. So.
And what's something that Thailand has taught you that's changed your life?
So what Thailand has taught me is that whatever life throws at you, you're always able to get back. And I think Thailand, they are the perfect example. I mean, Thailand is like a rubber band. You can stretch it out all the way, you let it go, and it's back to its original form, right? And you see it with, you know, disasters, you see it with COVID, you see it with the tsunami, for example. Thai have this spirit like, okay, together we go and we make things right again. You see that in communities like this, you see it in most Thai families. It's all about doing things together, right? It's about enjoying together, crying together, laughing together. So really what it taught me is that.
Yeah, like that's what Thailand is about. The community, family, bringing people together.
The resilience of that, you know.
Very well said.
Yeah.
And if someone's watching this and they want to get involved and come down and help,
yes.
where's the location?
So,
and can you give some details?
Absolutely. So if you want to join, you can. 365 days a year. In the morning, we are cooking meals for the homeless and for the migrant workers. In the afternoon, we're cooking for the elderly in these communities. More information, bangkokcommunityhelp.org. You can follow at Bangkok Community Help on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and any social media platform. And really, I invite everybody to come with us.
All right.
Be part of the family. And thank you for coming. Really
Thanks for being on this episode. Really enjoyed this one.
Thank you so much. It was an honor.
And I'll be back again.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you, Friso.
See you, man. Thank you.
Cheers.